Installing this one, programming it up. So let's take out the old one, let's put the new one. So here we have the old thermostat. We got the wires W, they're yellow, which is going to the blue, RH, and then G for green. Those are your 4 thermostat wires. Let's see how it is compatible with this other thermostat. So let's take them up. Let's take this off for now. Unbox the Nest Learning Thermostat. Let's see what we got inside. Oh, so fancy. Look at this. Looks nice. It's got that lid. And this is the cover plate that goes right on top. Let's see what else we got in here. We got the instructions. Oh, it has its own little screwdriver. It screws, and then it has the plate that goes on the back. So let's take those wires and let's connect them over here. Let's see, we got the W. So the W will go with the WI1. Gotta get it focused. The Y will go with the Y1. And then we got RH, which will go right there in RH. And then we have this one, which is the G. And we'll put the G right there with the green. So let's take them off. This is how they have this when they have it on this plate right here. It's a little dusty. The thermostat wire. And all thermostats are just a hair different, but this one is pretty straightforward. So if you want to upgrade your original thermostat to the new Nest, this is how you do it. So in the bottom part under this, you have a faceplate that you can use. That'd be nice to cover up all the imperfections in the wall. It goes right there. This goes behind it. And then you got these 4 screws to put it together. So let's put them together. Let me show you guys how it goes. Right here. And this piece. So on this one, sometimes you have these plates that come with the thermostat when you're changing it. They call it a mud ring. And sometimes a plaster ring. And sometimes it's just a hole. But this one they do, so that's pretty cool. And you put the screw in there. This one's a 632. Alright, just want to make sure it's threaded nice. So what we do next is we take out these old cables. Make sure you take a picture of how the original ones were. That way you know how to put them into the new one. And with these, look at these cables, they're so old, they barely had any connection on there. So what we do is you grab a pair of strippers or wire strippers, and then you do that. Make sure you clip off the ends if they're bad. And then the reason we do that is because you want to take the back part, this back plate right here, since we're going to install the back plate, and then we're going to put it right there. That's what we have these 632s for. So we install that there. We install that there. This is a pretty straightforward do-it-yourself project. As long as you don't cross your wires, get them there. Let me grab the drill real quick. So we're gonna put these on here. And there's that part. The only other thing, you gotta make sure it's kind of level, because on these thermostats, you see they have like a little bubble, and you want to make sure that it's level. So you gotta make sure that this is level. And that way you have a good there. Then you're gonna take your plate. You're gonna put it right on top right there. And then in the box, they give you these 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them in right here. That way that plate grabs onto the there. So when you strip the wires with the wire strippers, this is how they should look on the after. On the before, it was just like a little nubby, right? So on this one, you want to make sure that you get some skin in the game. Right? Literally, this is some skin in the game. So that's how you're gonna look with your wires. That way they have a good connection, good solid connection. This back plate right here, I actually have to take these other two out because sometimes I do mess up. So you just put these the two right here, because the other ones go right on top right there. So what we're gonna do, the reason we put this on first is because these wires are gonna come through the hole, the little donut hole right there, and it's Free Donut Friday today. And then we're gonna do here. See, now I gotta look at my picture, so I gotta pause it. I was going crazy for a minute. I have to pull up my picture. I got like that short-term memory that I forget what's going on. So with this, we're gonna stab it right through the donut. It's not a chocolate donut, so don't get too excited. And one thing here that I was contemplating is, you see how they're different sizes? Some wires are longer than the others. So what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that they're the same size. So I took the wire strippers right there, and I'm gonna strip this wire, so you just kind of snip it. Boom, and you just take it right back. So the green, I want to make it the same size. I want to do the same size because it makes it easier when we put it together here. That way they're all the same size and they go in. So the G is for the green. So we're going to press this little divot in. If you guys can see that little thingamabobber. And then we stab the green in there. You let it go and it just grabs like magic. It's fancy, man, I'm telling you. Whoever invented this should have been me. But I think I was sitting on my couch watching Shark Tank instead of making Shark Tanks. So with that, you press the W with the W. Remember, this all comes from the picture that you took. So make sure that it could be different for your application, but as long as you follow the same pictures that you took in your original photo, then you should be A-okay. If you're not, then I don't know how to help you there. So the blue goes to the Y1. Again, you press this and you stab it right in there. And last but not least, what am I missing? RH. RH goes to red. Boom. So there you go. That's how you should have all four. And look at the difference on the look from the beginning to now. It's like a makeover. A makeover without having to redo your entire house. That's the kind of DIY projects I like. Imagine if you're selling your house, or if you're looking to sell your house, how much cooler it would look if you put like a cooler thermostat instead of having an old rinky-dink one on there. Probably cost you what, 80 bucks, 90 bucks, 100 bucks, and I'm gonna charge you $1,000 to come out. So it's an expensive project. I'm not laughing, it is true. Again, so it gets aligned with the holes right there. And I have my little screw gun because it makes it easier for me, but you can use a little screwdriver if you want. And at the end, remember, make sure that it's level. So if you got the little blue dot there, make sure that is right in the middle. And then you tighten it up. Tighten it up. And there you go. Look at that. A-okay. I like it. So compa Frank Valtierrez teaching you all these DIY projects. Now we put the little faceplate on. We still got the cover on there. That looks pretty fancy, man. See if it works. See the little light turned on? So it should be coming on here in a second. There it is. Look at that. And so you just program it, connect it to your Wi-Fi, whatever you want. If it's password protected, make sure you put the password Rolling Burritos, Burrito King. That is the best password ever. We just program it to whatever your liking is. It has you all step by step. This instruction manual that I did not open up, make sure that if you guys need it, you guys do open it. It tells you if you want to turn off your air conditioner before you start, you're able to do that. I've done so many of these. It's like you do them in your sleep. Little wires all over the place. So with that, it's a phenomenal upgrade for a DIY project. If you just want to make your house look better, you want to sell it, or anything that you want, make sure that you can do this fancy Nest, and I think there's plenty others out there. So with that, so compa Frank Valtierrez, we're out of here.